Welcome to Family Yoga with High Point Public Library. I'm glad you're joining us today. Remember, yoga with families and with kids and adults of all ages, it should be fun and both relaxing and energizing. So let's begin our practice today in a seated posture. Anywhere in your house that you're comfortable to be and there's room to move. You can have a mat, or you can have a beach towel, or you can just have a designated space where you'd like to be for the next 30 minutes. We're going to start with some warm-up exercises that involve pulling our awareness into our breath, which just means noticing our breath. So from a seated position, let's take a deep inhale. Completely fill your lungs. And exhale through your mouth. Okay? Notice how you automatically feel a little bit more relaxed. Let's take another breath like that, and I want you to notice how your breath feels in your body. So take an inhale. Notice how your chest lifts and expands. And now take an exhale. And notice how your shoulders drop and maybe your elbows feel heavy. Okay, let's do one more just like that. Inhale. And exhale. Very good. Let's raise our arms straight up over our head. And let's have our palms. These are our palms. Let's have the palms of our hands facing each other. And then let's press our palms together and notice how our shoulders kind of come in. Let's press our palms together, and then let's send our palms in opposite directions and take our arms down by our side. And let's inhale, lengthen through the crown of our head. And exhale. Okay, let's do two more like that. Raising our arms up, pressing our palms together, sending our palms away from each other and down by our side. Inhale, let's take our arms up, palms together. Exhale, swooping our arms down like the wings of a bird. Now let's leave our right arm out and go ahead and lean to the right to plant our arm. And let's raise our left arm up and bend our elbow, our right elbow, so that we can lean to the right. Feel a stretch on the left side of your body. And let's come back up. And now we'll leave our left hand planted. Raise our right arm up, bend our left elbow, and lean to our left. Feel a stretch along the side of your body. And let's come back up. And let's take our arms out from each other. And let's cross one arm over top of the other. And let's spread our arms out again. And cross opposite arm on top and give ourselves a hug. And then let's come back to a seated posture with our palms open and the crown of our head is lengthening to the sky. We're drawing our navel into our stomach, and we're taking 3 more breaths just how we started. Exhale. 2 more. And you're welcome to close your eyes if you would like to. Very good. Now we're going to transition to a standing position to finish the rest of our flow. Okay, so from a standing position, let's have our palms facing out, and we're looking forward in mountain pose Tadasana. And let's do something similar to what we did in our seated position. Let's raise our left arm up and lean to our right. And then let's raise our right arm up and lean to our left. And let's do that again. Raise our left arm up and lean to our right. And raise our right arm up and lean to our left. And let's come back to Tadasana. Raise our palms up, press our palms together, and this time let's forward fold all the way down. And let's come up halfway, bringing our shoulders away from our ears. And then let's bend our knees and plant our hands and walk back to plank posture. And walk into plank posture. Okay? And then let's press back to downward facing dog. Sending our hips out, our chest up. Relaxing our shoulders again. And then let's bend our knees and walk or hop to the top of our mat and find our halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. And exhale, fold. And inhale, send our arms up over our head and bring our hands back down to center. Very good. Let's raise our arms up again and let's do that same thing. Exhale, forward fold. We're going to come up halfway and draw our shoulders away from our ears and plant our hands and step back into plank. And let's press back into downward facing dog. Take a nice big breath. And take one more nice big breath. And let's bend our knees. And again, walk or hop to the top of our mat. Finding our halfway lift. And fold one more time. And then send our arms up to the sky. Press our palms together, and this time take a look up. Look up past your palms and exhale your hands down to your heart. Very good. So let's bring our hands to our hips and step back with our right foot and find our Warrior One. Warrior One, Virabhadrasana 1. This is a very grounding posture. It can make you feel very heavy and solid like the earth. And we're allowing our breath to lift us up as if our chest were lifting higher to the sky. And we're holding our Warrior One. And let's come back up to our mountain posture and see if we remember that. And let's step back with our opposite foot. First, we'll have our hands at our hips, and we'll send our hands up to the sky. Feeling very heavy and solid like the earth. Lifting our chest up to the sky. Warrior One. And we'll come back to Tadasana. Notice the strengthening in your arms, your biceps, and your shoulders. Okay? So we're going to take our hands to our hips again, and let's step back with our right foot, but then this time notice how I opened up a little bit more. So my back foot looks a little bit different. I'm open more toward the wall in front of me, and my arms are stretched out. My front knee is bent. This is Warrior Two. Notice how Warrior Two feels differently in your body. And our palms are facing down. And here we're opening through our chest and bringing our shoulder blades together. One more inhale, and we'll take it back up to the top of our mat. Warrior Two on the other side. Hands at our hips, opening up to the other side. Again, noticing how it feels a bit different in our body. Our palms are face down. We're gazing out past our hand, drawing our shoulder blades together. Taking one more breath and making our way back up to Tadasana, mountain posture. Nice full inhale and exhale. Okay, so let's bring our hands to our hips again. And let's step back with our right foot and find our Warrior One stance. This was the first one that we did. So our back foot is angled. Our hips are parallel to the front of our mat. All right, our front knee is bent. And let's raise our arms up this time just like we did in Warrior One. But this time, let's press our palms together, lean forward, and reach toward our knee. And lengthen through your spine. Take one more breath here. And now let's open up into our Warrior Two. We're putting all our asanas, postures together. And we're staying connected to our breath. And allowing our breath to calm our body and our mind. Just by thinking about it. And we'll come back to Tadasana. Okay? And we'll put our hands at our hips and step back to the opposite side again. Remember our Warrior One. Strong in our legs, solid like the earth. And raising our hands up. Pressing our palms together, and this time reaching toward our knee. Lengthening through our spine. One more breath. And let's open it up into Warrior Two, Virabhadrasana 2. Palms are facing down. We're gazing past our middle finger. And we're going to take one more breath. And we're going to come back up to the top of our mat. Very good. Tadasana. So now we're going to bring our big toes together to touch, and our heels are a little bit apart. And we're going to sit down into Utkatasana chair posture. Sending our shoulders away from our ears. Lengthening through our spine, feeling the heat and fire maybe right here in our belly. And let's relax that. And then let's do it again. Bring our big toes together and sit down into Utkatasana chair posture. Reaching out through our fingertips, drawing our navel into our spine, relaxing our shoulders and feeling heat here in our belly. One more breath. And we'll relax, coming back to Tadasana. Okay? So let's bring our hands to our hips now, and let's come to the middle of our mat, or the middle of our space, and we're gonna balance in Warrior Three. So you can leave your toe touching the ground, and you can just be here, or you can go ahead and fold over one of your legs. Reaching out from toe tip to fingertip. And exhale, coming back up to standing. Feeling that stretch in your shoulders and in your legs. And putting our weight in the right side of our body now. Extending our left leg back and maybe coming forward. And coming back up to Tadasana. Very good. All right, let's roll our elbows around. One direction. Maybe make some muscles here. Okay, let's do it again. Let's extend our arms out, spread our fingers out, and let's cross our arms over our body again like we did before. Let's spread our arms out again. Cross opposite arms over our body. And let's come back to standing and lean to one side. This time let's gaze up at our palm. And come back to center, raise our opposite arm up. Gaze up at our palm. And come back to standing position again. We're going to come into tree posture. So we're going to balance on our left foot. And you can leave your foot connected to the ground or bring it to your calf or even bring it all the way up to your thigh. Okay? You can hold on to a chair or the wall too, or you can hold on to each other. That makes it a little fun. Your hands can be out or up, whatever you would like. And still, even here, our eyes are focused on one spot, and that kind of helps. And still we're thinking about our breath and being a tree. Okay? And we'll come out of tree posture. And do that on the other side. And your arms can be in a different position or the same position, it doesn't matter. Your eyes are focused on one spot if you can, and you're being the tree. And we'll come back to Tadasana again. Let's heel toe our feet apart, and let's take our hands to our hips, and we're just going to bend our knees and take our arms out to the side. This is sun posture. Our palms are facing up. You want to have a gentle smile, even though it may be feeling a little difficult to hold the posture. Try to hold it one more breath. And now we're going to bring our hands to our hips and lean to one side again. Feel a stretch along the side of our body. And let's take that to the opposite side. Very good. And let's heel toe or hop back to the center. And we're going to come back to the top of our mat. And we're going to try to put all of this together in a little flow before we relax in Shavasana, okay? So don't worry if you can't do it all. Just do what you can, and know that every time you practice, you learn more muscle memory and you're able to do more. Let's raise our arms up and forward fold. Come up halfway and step back or hop back into plank posture. Let's find our downward facing dog. And let's step our right foot forward and come up into our warrior one. And let's step back into downward facing dog. Bring our left foot forward and raise up into our warrior one. And this time, let's come all the way back up to Tadasana and sit in our chair posture. Utkatasana chair posture. Nice big inhale and exhale. And let's take our hands to our hips, coming up tall. Let's lean to the right again. And lean to the left. And sit down in Utkatasana chair posture one more time. And take a forward fold. Find our halfway lift and lengthen. Pulling our shoulders away from our ears. We can have our hands behind our calf. Bend our knees and come up and step into our warrior two. And come to the other side, stepping into our warrior two. And then we have already got wide legs, so let's sit down in our sun posture. And we'll heel to our feet together. And one last time, let's try our tree posture, okay? Remember, you can have a low-rooted tree, and you can have your arms straight up. Doesn't have to look the same each time. Find a nice spot for your eyes to balance. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. Last tree posture. And coming back to Tadasana. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and come into Shavasana. But before we do, let's find a seated position again. Let's have our palms face up, and let's come back to our 3 easy breaths that we began our practice with. Inhale, feeling the breath. Lift your chest up. And exhale, feeling your breath. Sink your shoulders down. Another inhale, completely filling your lungs like a balloon. And exhale, letting the air out of your lungs very slowly. One more breath. And exhale. Let's raise our arms up and press our palms together like we did at the beginning. And then take our hands in the opposite direction and send them down. Let's do that 2 more times. Pressing our palms together and sending our palms down. Pressing our palms together and sending our palms down. And let's take our hands to our heart and twist to one side, dropping our shoulders. And take our hands to our heart again and twist to the opposite side. And now let's come back to center. Let's take our hands to our heart and let's gently twist, and we're going to hold this twist and see if we can look past our shoulder. Notice how our breath feels in our twist. Feels a little bit different. And we're going to come back to center, lengthen through our spine, and do that on the opposite side. 3 breaths in our twist. Looking past our shoulder. And coming back to center. Let's extend our left leg and our right leg. Lengthen through our spine, and let's come into a forward fold again. One more breath. And let's raise our arms up over our head, and let's fold back. Take a full body stretch. And exhale our hands down. Allow our palms to relax. Our feet to fall open. And let's close our eyes. Noticing the peace in your mind, the rest and energy that you created in your body. And experience all the stimulation and rejuvenation that your cells are communicating to you right now. Allow your eyes to soften. And we'll bring our hands to our belly. Take one more big inhale and exhale. We're going to roll to one side or just come up to a seated posture. Lengthen through our spine. Let's roll our shoulders up, down, and around our back. And let's bring our hands to heart center and acknowledge our health and wish everyone well. Thank you for practicing with us, and we'll see you next week. Namaste.